setting new standards in podcast excellence. You have joined the WBT, fully focused on business and taxes. Here is your host, Michael Lodge.
And welcome to the WBT. This is Michael Lodge. So, yesterday, we saw that things begin to fall because of ethics. We have McCabe, who acted maliciously in his job. The FBI. I love the FBI. I've always loved the story of the FBI. I respect the individuals in the FBI. It's a great law enforcement agency. It is an agency that is to remain independent from any political party or any political leaning. It's an organization that prides itself on being ethical and finding their man. We found that there were a few in the FBI and in the Department of Justice who decided to become political in their jobs. These are individuals who have to look at any type of crime, investigate that crime, and never have politics enter into that investigation. But McCabe and others decided to take on a new president, decided to almost take down a new president. McCabe came out yesterday and immediately became political in his response to what was going on. And he blamed it all on the president. And in actuality, what happened is that his own department, his own FBI, came and said, this guy needs to be fired. This guy needs to go. This guy was so unethical that his own FBI wanted him gone. Ethics is so important in the role of the FBI. And it should be also important in the role of every government employee that works for us, the United States taxpayer. Now, McCabe came out and began to blame Trump, but he never denied any of the accusations that the Inspector General levied against him and what his own department levied against him. He didn't deny it. Instead, what he do? He played the blame game. He took the weak persons out. He blamed other people for his unethical activity. That's when you know you have a problem, when they are willing to become political even in their response to their firing. Becoming political in the response and blaming others is so unethical and it's worthless. We have a problem only in a few in the FBI who have decided to become political in the way that they did their jobs. They were no longer impartial. They were no longer independent because they decided that their beliefs were stronger than their job's role of being ethical. I think this is a very good lesson for all of Americans, that if we as taxpayers, do do not watch what our government is doing, It just takes a few to get out of control. And that's what happened. In the last administration, in the Obama administration, it was a very, very political environment. It became a very unethical environment in many of the government agencies of the United States. They went too far in their political beliefs and overstepped the bounds of independence in doing what is right and choosing what is wrong. I often feel as though I need to write a book on ethics in layman's terms, because I think all of us have overstepped the bounds. Many things that we do in our lives are right on that line of unethical. I think we need to bring it back in and become ethical in all that we do, all that we say. So McCabe is gone, and I'm sure that other heads are going to roll. And I'm pretty darn sure that there's going to be some criminality rising up in just a few weeks or months on other people being charged with a criminal crime, with a crime. Don't look at this thing politically. Put politics to the side. What it has to do with is people doing wrong. People who do wrong need to be punished for what they've done. It happens to me. I get punished for things that I do that are wrong. When I speed, I get a ticket. If I steal something, I should go to jail or be charged. If I do something unethical, I have to answer for that activity that we have done. All of us have to answer to the unethical activity that we do. We have to take responsibility. McCabe should have taken the responsibility because he knows if he's any kind of a good lawman, he knows what is right and what is wrong, what his responsibility is as an FBI agent protecting this country, protecting the Constitution of this great land of ours. But he didn't do it. He decided to act unethically. All of us decide sometimes to act unethically, and we've got to stop that. In the next few months, a lot more people are going to be losing their jobs. A lot more people will be charged with a crime. We have to look at this as a good thing because it is cleaning house of unethical activity. That activity puts this nation at risk because it challenges the Constitution of the United States. So as you look at this and as you read it, don't listen to the politicians. Don't listen to the media pundits. Don't listen to them. Focus on what the individual did, what his activities were, and understand that when there is unethical activity by government employees, they have to answer to it. And they have to go. This is a cleansing of the house. This is the cleansing of a department that needs to be independent at every given moment and not be swayed by politics or how they believe. Otherwise, the justice system becomes corrupted. It becomes tainted by unethical activity by government employees. This is a good thing. This is not a bad thing. And we have to remain vigilant to make sure that our government remains ethical at all times. We've let it happen. We Americans are to blame for this because we let it happen. Thank goodness we have some politicians in government who are fighting to make sure that our government does the right thing at all times. We have oversight committees that overlook the government. But within those oversight committees, we also have politicians who play evil games. Adam Schiff, politician, corrupt to the bone, politically. Because he wants to play politics in everything that happens in government instead of looking at what is right and wrong. Adam Schiff has corrupted even his own committee that he serves on the oversight committee. He has corrupted it by his political agenda to take the president down. I've never seen it this bad. But Adam Schiff is playing a key role in unethical activity in trying to take his own committee down and trying to take the president down. It's destructive. It does no good for the United States to have political agendas. Political agendas do nothing except create divide. When they're only focused on politics instead of what is right and wrong and coming to the conclusion what is wrong and getting rid of the wrong, they do more wrong by playing politics. We have to watch Adam Schiff very, very closely. Because we don't need those types of politicians playing politics when we see corruption being done in our government. We do not need politicians trying to play politics in a time and in a incident where we have government employees doing unethical activity. We have to do better, America. We are Americans and we are in charge of this country. Not the politicians, we are. And we get to decide at the ballot who represents us. We have to do better at that job. We've got to look at the people who really want to help this nation and not want to play politics. There are a lot of good people in Congress. There are a lot of good people in the FBI. But all it takes is a few people to corrupt the system. We have to be vigilant as Americans and demand that our government does better from this point forward. We as Americans have been too lax, and we've voted in the wrong people to represent us. Political agendas have got to be destroyed. They've got to be destroyed because they do too much damage to this great country. So McCabe is gone, and there will be others that will be leaving in a few days. I'm pretty sure of it. Listen to what is said by these individuals, and you will see their unethical activity. Don't listen to the politicians. Don't listen to the media. Try to understand what these people have done. And then let's embrace getting rid of people who choose wrong over right. We as Americans have got to start doing better and making sure that our government protects us, is ethical, and chooses right over wrong. We've got to do better. This is Mike Lodge for the WBT. I will talk with you soon.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.